minutes.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. So Dida between the sticks for this one, widely recognised, as we all know, Jim, to be one of the great keepers. Goes for a shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gerrard. This looks promising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He has a look up. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, some astute defending there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Shevchenko. Now this could be a chance. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Foden.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mohamed Salah gets on his bike and on the move. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Mohamed Salah. Caceres.
Porto definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you...
Chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. Shevchenko! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mohamed Salah. That has not gone well. He's gone forward. And it's Carvajal. Carvajal. Delivery from... Terrific effort! Well taken goal. Porto are level. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Porto restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gerrard. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Zico. Ronaldo. Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in. He's played it back. Knocks it out wide. Stood up well to him there. Conte. 15 minutes till half-time. Reinders. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Foden. Foden is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Thinks about shot a goal! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that's a danger. Shevchenko! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Shevchenko clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Carvajal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Fiore, Conte, and it's Rijkaard. Fiore looking to add to his goal. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. So much time and space here. Cross from Zico, and he was alert to it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Conte. He's got away. Nice control. Played in by Danny Carvajal.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get...
Towering header! Rijkaard. Conte. Now it's Shevchenko. Caceres makes the interception. Shevchenko might just make this. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't...
Can he finish? And that's in! And they get themselves in front! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And here's Shevchenko. Crosses it in. And the shot! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Reinders, and he's managed to get free. Delivered across. Rijkaard. Fiore. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Cafu. Incoming delivery.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Reinders. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Conte. Shevchenko is firing after that one. Carvajal. Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Cafu. And it's Gerrard. Gerrard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's quick to return it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Diamante clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
It's a threatening ball. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Marquinhos. So, what can they make of this? Now, that's well seen too. Eric Garcia. Here's Caceres. Just about up to 75 minutes. Fiore. Eric Garcia gets across to intercept that. Reinders. Carvajal. That's an excellent interception. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Played out to the left flank. Great chance! And no mistake. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
And he shoots!
Número 25.
Pass somewhat off target. Now there's a fine ball.
Número 7. Vamos alugar uma substituição.
Cannavaro gets it away. Shevchenko!
This has to be a spell of no fear. They can't leave anything out there.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Shevchenko. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's on it. Can he get away? Shevchenko is flagged offside.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Rafinha. And this is Mohamed Salah.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Rijkaard. Well seen. Saw that coming. Dani Olmo. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zico going after that. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Caicedo. They have held on just. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Shevchenko. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team.
And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lewandowski! He's delivered all right!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's been shifted off it. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He has a look up. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, takes a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Foden, Mohamed Salah, he's picked his way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Lewandowski. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now that looks a decent ball. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Messi. Messi is having a shot! And he's stuck it away. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Can he get it through? Fiore. Nice interception, well timed. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Hernandez. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Shot could be a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Has another go! Roberto Carlos clears without hesitation. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And they've got their lead back. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Pass just lacking in accuracy. It's a searching pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Kukçu. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great vision. Pass is just off target. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cruyff aims beyond the defence. There's the shot! And That's a sharp finish. But that is not going to count.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Nesta. And it's Nesta. Now he's got space here. Now it's Hazard. Oh, well played, well played. And Messi! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Messi certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Cruyff. And he was quick to react. Luis Suarez. And this is Messi. Has crossed it. He's rising! He will be livid with himself. That has ended up in no man's land. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's Foden. He is through here! The referee's awarded a free kick. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Oh, that's a very decent ball now!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Hernandez. Knocks it into space. And he's gone backward here. And this is Levin. Great chance! And that's a good finish. Two to the good. And they are purring. Absolutely purring. That is so good. Such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Roberto Carlos can clear it away. And he cuts out the supply. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This is a promising build-up. Lewandowski just eases him off the ball. So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. Back on the way then. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Kupchu. Salah. Can he get on the end of this? Now Foden. Searching pass he's played there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Shot at goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Delivers with whip. Messi! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Gets his head on it! It's anyone's ball now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. So what can they make of this? Oh, well measured. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And this is Hazard. And it's Messi. And he's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he's lost his man here. And here's Lewandowski. Pepe, pass somewhat off target. Fiore. And this is Lewandowski.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Hazard. Oh, what? And the finish! Well taken goal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Now it's Lewandowski. Fiore. And he's got Fiore! Messi. Hullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he's picked it up out wide. And Cruyff! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have their third corner.
Luis Suárez, el dorsal 15.
And it's been taken short. And here's Yaya Toure.
Messi, el dorsal 20.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
This looks
12,
promising.
El dorsal 11.
75 minutes played.
El dorsal 5.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah, looking to play him in. A lot of space ahead of him. And that was very necessary. Now it's Bale. Oh, well played, well sorted out. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Olmo. And this is Shevchenko. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Nicely weighted ball. 5 minutes left on the clock. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Rummenigge with... Oh, good fly! And that's a sharp finish. They have stolen level at the last. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by...
Oh, what's he done?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Bale. Van Basten! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action.
Now there is a quality striker, Peter, in the shape of Bebeto, like so many Brazilian strikers of his time.
Goes for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, no joy this time.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, played right into his path. He's free. Mohamed Salah! Cleared without hesitation. And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame.
Chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Rashford clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Neymar. Big chance, corner. Neymar with the short one. Now the ball in. That's an excellent interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal, he's found a way through. He's having a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's destined for the flank. Rafinha. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had a...
Mohamed Salah! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's the throw. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now it's McAllister. Knocks it into space. And he's straight offside. McAllister tries to pass it through. Neymar gets into a good position. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Bebeto. And the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Poland really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Yamal, he's picked his way through. Good ball, good take. He's got away. Oh, nice touch. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Poland have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Rashford! And he's there to belt it away. Neymar could move up a gear here. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's Salah! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. He is through here. Pedri. Marquinhos. Kukçu. And it's Rashford. Now Fiore. Rashford receives it in a good position here. Silvestre. It's a chance for Poland to counter-attack. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rafinha. Looking for options for movement. And that signals the end of the first period. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. The midway point of the game.
Diamante really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Down to business again. So the first half brought no goals. Pedri. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the pass is intercepted. McAllister. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now, can they get him away? Shapes to shoot! Now there's a shooting chance!
McAllister really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Silvestre. And it's McAllister. Now it's Neymar. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Kupchu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
McAllister calmly anticipates. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. That looks a good ball through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yamal's cross, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Crunching tackle. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Oh, he's been caught now. Bebeto! Well taken goal. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Poland have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Yamal. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And he's managed a decent chance! In he goes again! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring! Absolutely purring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who...
And he shoots! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Tries to play it through. Pedri is onto this. Spread to the right. Under an awful lot of pressure. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 8, numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 6.
Oh, it's a dumping here.
Il numero 24. Attenzione, un cambio.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Great vision. That has not gone well. He has found the way. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's having a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Yamal. Goulart picks it up out wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that was vital. And the finish! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just
Takes a shot! And how did he not put that away?
It's a good effort. You can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Guardiola. Neymar has found the net here, of course. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Kupchu. Silvestre. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, it's Bebeto. And Bebeto! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Voila! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the number on the board is 3. Dani Olmo, nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. Rashford. Nice interception, well timed. That pass isn't the best.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten.